images, then inside it we paste our this, we call it logo. Then inside our project here, we now locate it inside the images, then logo. How we locate, either you type this or you hold control long key, then you will see where what to enter. Then this thing is very important, we write it logo. Now logo dot png. Okay, so it is now appearing here. What we do is to go to our style.csx, we call the image, remember you can give it class, but now we call it img because the tag is img. Then we say img, we now say with 40 pixels, we save. So look at this, it is now 40 pixels. If you want to put it in percentage, best known to you, then remember you can put class if you want, class logo. Let me go back and change this to logo. We still have the same thing. Why you might use class logo is because you might have these images in so many places, but you can leave it like that. Maybe when you get to other places you mention image, you can give them class so that this same thing will not appear in them. So we are through with the logo, and inside it we now have navigation links. You can put comments if you want. This is navigation links, and this one is our logo. So I'm putting comment logo. Then inside the link you now have UL, and inside the UL there is li, and inside the li you now have our href. Then there is home. This is where the link will take us to, and here is the one that you will see, home. Then we have to duplicate it. We duplicate them, home. Then there is a portfolio, we have to cut it, portfolio, and there is contact. But remember that here is small letter portfolio. Then why this one is a contact. So when you click, then you will see what we have here. So I have to put this hash. I will tell you the importance of it later. So look at this, you can see. Then we are through with this. We will now go to our style.csx. In our style.csx, there's something you have to do before starting your project. Here there is okay, you have to reset. This thing is called CSS reset, so you can reset the margins and everything. So under the reset, you will reset your margin to 0, then the padding to 0, and box sizing to border box. That's initial something that you have to set so that it will reset your this. You can see that everything is now reset, and you can see that there is no margin, no padding. Then the next one, this one is, let me comment it. This one is a CSS reset. Then and this one is a CSS variables. Then in CSS variables, you have to set this so that whenever you make changes, it will be applied to this. For example, if you have color red in your project, instead of mentioning color red individually in your project, you can just create this for it and call the variable name. When you call the variable, then the effect will be applied. So how to do it is, we have root here, then we put hyphen primary, and the primary here is 1048487979. So this is the primary color. Then for instance, assuming outside the header, assuming we have h1 go, let's say go, then we say we call the h1, what we say is var primary var, you now say color primary. You can see that we have this color. When you change this color to another thing, you see that the color is changed. Assuming you have this particular thing, you call it in 50 places in your project, but once you make changes here, it will automatically change those 50 places. That's why we have this. That's the importance of this. Then there is secondary. Remember this name, this thing I call primary, I can name it anything. I can name it to be or whatever I want to name it. So far you mentioned this thing. This one is the one that you will be using. That's why we have primary. We call this secondary. This primary color is the main color of the branch that you are working on. Then there is secondary, and the color we have there is FCA311. You can research the color that you want to use. Then this one is for white. We have FFF. Then there is dark, and the dark we have 2222. Then another thing is light, and that light we have F8 F9 FA. So this is the light. Then there is gray. Here we have 666. So that's what we have. We have to create this variable. Next thing you have to take note is global style. The global style, here the body the body, we call it the body. Here we have font family. You mention the font that you want, sans serif. Then line height, that is space between this and this, space between your lines. That's the line height. When you watch this home portfolio and others, you will see the difference. We say line height 1.6. So look at this. Now this is the gap that will be in all your project, that this body. Then what's the color, the text color that everything we have in your body? Remember, body we have fed them. We say var hyphen dark, because we have it we have the dark here. So then there is apart from having this, you can leave the default if you want, or you put the dark that is here. Okay, let's leave the default. If you want to put it, you put. Then also background, you can add default background if you want it to have any default background. Maybe I will mention this one light hyphen light. So the background we have it. If you want gray, you put gray, but let me put it light. Okay, and other things that you want to put here. Hello, baby. Then there is also what we have to take note. How to get font. You know, font, there is default fonts here. There is default, which we have areas and others. But if you want to get font that is not here, you go to Google and type Google font. Then you press OK. You click on the Google font. Then you scroll down. You go to search. I'm using enter. You look at the enter. You click it. After clicking it, you say get font. After it, you click on get embedded. So let me use index. Get embedded. You will see link. You will see at import. We are using web. We are not coding something in Android or iOS. We are using web. So we have to copy this. This is what we have here. Font family is enter, and here you see the weight and the rest of the details that are there. So we copy it, we copy this link, then we go to our index.html, then under our header, you now head tag, you now paste it. We have pasted this. You now have to go back to the font family and write what the font family is now enter. You can see the changes. Then you can as well write sans serif if you want to add it as well. Then we are through with this. Then let's move to what we have. Header. We are styling the header. So we have styled the image. The first thing we will style, let's go back. Let me clean the H1 first. So the first thing we will style in the header is we have to give color to the head background. So we say header because when we mention header it is HTML element. But if you put plus, you now put dot, but we did not put plus. So then you now say background. The background should be val hyphen primary. You save. So this is the background. Are you seeing it? We mentioned this instead of, not that you can't put the code direct, but why we are doing this is if there's any changes, we can easily change it here and it will reflect to others. So this is the background, and the position is what? Sticky. We want it to be sticky, and the top, which is the top of this plate, the top, there should be no gap. The top is 0. Then the Z index is 1000. Okay, so we are through with the coloring. Remember that this header covers everything that is here, and up next is navigation and nav bar. And the nav bar, we have to mention it. It is an element, nav, and we say display. Look at this. We say display. Before then, let's move on. I think we omitted something. Outside the UL, we have href. We have maybe something like reach out. Let's save something like reach out. Where will it take us? It will take us to contact. Let's go back to what we are doing. So we say display flex, and you can see that it is now in flex position. Look at the logo is separate. This one is separate. While reach out is separate. Then what again? You now write the margin 10 pixels. Then you can see also you justify the content space between. So look at this. You can see that there is now space between them. Then next thing is to align the items. To align items center. Then padding is 20 pixels and 0. Okay. Then that's for nav bar. We are through with this nav. We have set it. Now let's style the UL. Remember, look at this. Let's style the UL. When you go to UL, which is this, we want to style it. We mention the UL. You now say display. When you say display flares, you can see that this is in flares position. Then you now give gap between it, you say 30 pixel, 30 pixel. So this is the gap between whole portfolio and contact. Then you now list style, list style. We want to remove this dot. This dot here is called list, and the style is none. So it is now removed. Then what again? We now want to style this thing, the li, which is inside this href, this link that is inside is what we will style now. What are you going to do? You mention ul and mention a, because the parent is ul and what we want to style is this a that is inside. You now mention it. Then you now say color. You now say val. You trace what we have here, val white, val hyphen white. So you can see we now have white color. You will be wondering why this one did not have the color. It is because this is separate. It is not inside this. That's why the color is different. Then after giving it white, you now say text decoration. We want to remove this underline that is there. Text decoration. You say none, and you won't see the underline again. Then the transition. Okay, look at this. Okay, let's move the transition first. Then the font weight. The font weight is bold. As you can see here. Then I think we have to increase the logo. Let's increase the logo a little bit. Okay, logo. Let's say 50. I think it's okay. Then let's proceed. Then there is a link. We want to put hover here, so that when we hover this, it will change the color. What are we going to do? You mention the URL again. You mention the a. You put this and put hover. Then color. Which color do you want this to have when you hover it? We call the color var. We say secondary. Remember where we got it? Look at when you hover, you see this. We got this color from this root that we declared. So look at this. This is it. Then there is okay. If you want it to have background when you hover, it's not left for you to put the background. The background, you say var hyphen dark. Just known to you. You can see that there's small dark there. There's dark there. So I don't want it to have this. Then what I will also add is transition. I want it to have transition 0.3 seconds is. So look at this, it's slowly hovered. That's it for now. Then we have to style this reach out. This one we will style it. Then we have to mention it, which is we will give it class, because we might have a somewhere else. So we say class equal to btn, class equal to btn, that is just one for button. Then you say dot btn. Now you now display should be inline ax. Then the background, it will have background. The background is var hyphen secondary. Yes, this is the background it will have. Okay, now the color should be var hyphen white. Then you save. Then border radius, that is to have curve at the border radius. You now have 10 pixels, so you can see how it takes. Then you now text decoration. You want to remove the underline. Text decoration, you say none. You can see. Then transition is 0.3 seconds is. That is when we have hover. We will still come to that. Then the padding, we have padding 12 pixels. Padding 12 pixels. That is, you can see we now have gap here. Then okay, let's add 24 pixels and see how it goes. Okay, I think it is now balanced. Then we have to put hover. You put that btn, you put this and say hover. When you hover on it, the background should, when you hover, the background should be what? var. The background should be var hyphen gray. So let's see, is it okay? If it is not okay, you can change it the way you want. So then why the color when hover should be var hyphen what? Well, primary or secondary when you hover. So yeah, look at this. I think when we hover, can we change it to white? The background, let's change it to white and see how it goes. Okay, so let me change it to gray, so you can put it the way you want. That's it. We are through with it. You can see it is working perfectly well. Then we now do media query of it, because you can see that when we scroll, it is not good in mobile position. Here we have to do media query. Let me put it media query to make it to be responsive. So we now go to the nav bar. We call the nav, which is you now say at media, the mass width or 768. I told you something about breakpoint and the rest, and this one is for mobile phone. So this the nav here we say under the nav we say display flares. Now the flares is in horizontal, but in mobile we want it to be in column. By default it is in horizontal, so we mention the nav and say flares direction, we say what? Column. So you can see it is in column. It is in column. Then the gap is 20 results. So you can see this one, this, they are what? Now we mentioned the UL, so it should be inside here also. UL, the flares direction, which is this one. The flares direction should be also column because by default it is in row. So flares UL. So look at it here. You can see it. Everything is now. Remember the nav covers everything. Then UL we put it here. Now look at it. You can see that when we are here, it is like this. But when you put it, maybe it enters in a small phone, it will be like this. Are you seeing what is happening? Then if you want to align them, align the UL, you can align it at the left. Align items left. You see, so you can align it. It is now left or center, whichever way you want it to be. So you can see it is in center, but let me leave it left. You can align other ones the same way. The gap will be what? 15 pixels. Let me see. So look at the gap is okay. Then let's inside here again. We now have the BTN. That is the last button. The BTN. We say the width. You check whether the width is big. The width is 180 pixel. Then look at it. If it is not okay, you can change it. Then let me text align. Text. Okay. Let me leave it. Width. Let's say 100 pixels. Okay. Then the text align, the text inside it will be center, so you can see it is okay now. Then if you want everything to align items left, so align items, is it working? It is not working. So let's leave this for now. So this is what we mean by we make it to be responsive. So once it gets the phone, it will align this way. I hope you understood it. So this makes it to be responsive. Then the next one, apart from this, there is an extension that I use, mobile simulator. Just when you go to browser, just type your browser, type mobile simulator. You will see mobile simulator extension for Chrome. You will see once you click install, after installing, you just come to this and look for it. So look at this. I use it to text something. You can see that this is my project. When you click on this place, you will see if I put it in this. This is how it will look in Galaxy, this and that. Okay, that's it. You will now close it. Then the second thing is the hero session. Let's go back. We are through with the header. The hero session. So we put this hero session. That is, this hero session is what you will see after the navigation bar. So here there is session, and the class is a hero, while the ID is the home. This means that this is the ID symbol here. It means, and we say home, it means that when we click home, it will take us to this place where we mentioned the hero. Likewise, others, we will still do them. Then the inside the hero, this one is for the left, this one is for the left. Then the left, we now have div dot class content. I told you the short form dot class content. It will give us the div, and inside this div we now have h1, which is build smart digital. And look at this, build smart digital. Then we now have b tag. We create beautiful responsive landing page. Then here there is div inside div, there is div dot hero buttons. So inside that hero button you now have href bt, what are we going to call it? You now have get started. So this one is button get started. And where will it take us to? It will take us to home. You can just write this like this. Then the class is a btns. So we're supposed to have an icon. How to get icon? So let me connect. How to get icon? There are so many places where you can get icons. One of them is a font option. One of them is font option. You go to this and type font option. Then you go to font option as a beginner. Font option. Then you click on font option. There are so many places apart from font option. Then you say click on your kit. They expected you to register, so I will click on setup. So this is it. This is my own. I already have this, so I have to click the link. But if you don't have this already, they will give you direction. You have to sign up. Then they will send this code for you. Then after sending this script, you have to copy it by clicking. Then you go back to your code, go to index.html. On the head tag, you paste the script. So I have pasted it. Then you now search for the icons that you want. So I will click on search. What am I searching? I'm searching for play icon. And you can see that some of them are paid. This one you see Popo, they are paid. So I'm going for the free one. I'll click on it. Then I have to copy this. I'm in HTML. I have to copy it. Then I will come back to my project. Remember, you must paste the script first. You have to come back to your project. My project is button. Where I will paste the button is here. I will paste it. So I will save. Look at this. You can see that we have this play button here. If you want it to come after the get started, paste none to you. Okay. Any place that you want it to be. Then the next one is the right side. I want it to have two columns. This one will be here, the other one will be by the right. So I will leave this div. I will leave the div. Then this one is the right side, the right side. Then that right side, we now have that hero image, because that's hero image, ing, hero image. So I will now have div, okay, badge. The class will be badge, and inside it I will go and look for a crown in my font option. I have to close this. I will look for crown. So this one is free. I will copy it, come to this place and paste the crown. So let me close. Let's go back. So this is the crown here. Then we now go to create another one. This div is this general div. Then we create another div. Okay, so after this we will have our write-up and say text. Okay, we call it text. Then here we have our hero image, ing. Or we go and get an image. We get an image. Let's get a nice image. Okay, let me get this. You copy, then come to your folder and paste it. So we have to name it hero image, hero image. Let's go back. So inside it we call it image, hero image.png. So look at this. You observe that this image, the image we have already is affecting this one. So we have here. So we give it a class equal to hero ing. Then let's go back to our style.csx. Remember why this thing is small is because of what we did here. Let me remove it. You can see that's why we have it as small like this. Okay, then let's go back. We now have class hero image. Let's start styling. Well, this is what we have. Then this one is a hero session. Then the first thing we have here generally is hero. Our class is hero. We say hero. We say display flares. We want it to display in flares. Display. I think that is mistake. Display flares. Then justify content. Space between. Width 90%. Hero. Go back. Then the gap is on 60%, the margin is auto, so margin is auto. You can see that margin is now set to automatic. Then the padding is 80 pixels. 80 pixels. Oh, 80 pixels 0. Okay, so this is what we have. Then the image, which the class we have here is a hero image. We now mention dot hero image. Then the width is 400 pixels. So 400 pixel, or 300 pixel. Then the height is 200 pixel. So I think it's okay like this. Then we now come to the left side. The left side, which is a hero. The left side, what we have is the class is a content. The class is content. We now say dot content. The flash is 1. Why the second one, which is the hero image, the flash is also 1. So I think there is mistake somewhere. Let's trace the mistake, because it's supposed to be in 2 columns. It's supposed to be in 2 columns. Let's go back. Let's say we have div dot hero. Let me clean this one that is in session. The dot hero, and this div we created will cover all this. So it's still doing the same thing. So let me undo what we have before. Hero. I want to trace where the error is coming from. So the hero, we have this content, then we have there is a mistake here. This display is supposed to have X. Okay, so it is working. It is working perfectly well. We omitted X, that's why there is mistake. And this flash 1 mean it will help us to balance the content. So that's why I put flash 1 in the left side and also have the image, so that the gap and everything, the contents will be in equal position. If you want it, maybe you want this one to be greater, you will put it 2, so you can see how it looks. But I want them to be equal. That's why I have this one. Okay, this is what we have. Then still on the project, we have now our image. Let's say our image, let's make it let's make it with 100% and see how it goes. 100%. So it is okay like this, so that when we adjust it, it will fit in everything we are doing. So this 100% is okay. It is okay. Then what next? We have the hero. We are through with the gap and everything, the padding, the align items. Let's align the items. Align items center. So the item is aligned at the center. You can see that this one is at the center. Okay, but before we put align item center, this is how we have it, but I want it to be at the middle. That's why I put it like this. So this is it is now at the middle. Then what our style is now the H1. Let's go back. The left side H1, that is the content H1. What am I going to do? I will now say dot content H1. Why do I do it like this? Is because the parent is content. Why what we want to style is H1. That's why we call it, we want to style this build. Then we now say the font size is 48 pixels. Then the color is var hyphen dark. So this is the color. I think the color is the dark color is not that visible, so let's change it. Let's change this. Okay. Oh, come on. So let me remove the dark. The color is not okay. I think I see where the problem is from here. Okay, so it should not be pure dark. The dark. Okay, let's leave it this way. Then let me increase it. Okay, so next one is the content p tag, which is this one. This is the parent, so this is the child. What are we going to do? Dot content p tag. We want to style it. The color is var hyphen gray. Okay, let's go back to the gray and adjust the color. Let's adjust it. So yeah, this one is okay. Then we have to style the button where we mention the. So if you want to use the same thing we did here, we want to use the same thing, we just put the same. We just put the same thing, the same class, which is btn. So let me go to that place and put let me go to index. So instead of having a btns, we have btn. Sorry. Okay, so instead of having this, we mention the class, we will have the same thing we have here. So that's it, unless if you want it to be separate for this. So that's it. btn is the class we styled before. We just mentioned it there so that our button will be in uniform. Then we now have to set the height, and the class is hero buttons. We say dot hero buttons. The margin top will be 10 pixels. So you can see there's space, there's now space, so I have to adjust it again, maybe to 20, and see what. So this is what we have. So this is it. It is now okay. It is okay. So this smart digital. What we will now style is this text, and in that text we have hero. Sorry, we have hero image, and we also have this crown stuff there. Well, look at this one, and we want to style this. It seems that these icons works with internet, because when I goes off it was not showing, so that's why I on the internet, so that we will understand this part very well. Then we want to style this particular thing, this particular badge, this crown and best, or we want to style it so that it will be floating at the top. It will be floating on this image. Then we have to go to style.csx. Then we say this one is for the badge. This one is for the badge. Then we now go to index.css and see what is the class is badge. Well, we have to mention it and say badge. Then the position is what? Absolute. The position is absolute. So look at this. You can see that it is now at the top of the image. Then the top, okay, let's color first. The color is var white. So you can see that it is white. Then the top, the gap that will be at the top is what? Is 100 pixel. So I think let's do 20 pixels. Okay, 10 pixels. So this is where it is. So I have to make it I think, okay, look at it here. So for now the top is now okay. Okay, let's make it 400 pesos. 400 pesos. So it is, no, let's leave it to 300 or 250. 250. So look at this. So 300 is okay. 300 is okay. Then the text align. Text align. It says center. So we'll be checking it this way. Then also left. That is by the left. The space that will be by the left is we'll use minus 10 pesos. Minus 10 pesos. So look at where it is. Minus, let's say 10 pesos. No, minus 100. Okay, let's leave it. Let's try 20 and see what we can do. So I think I want this. Okay, let me remove the minus since the left. Let me put right and see what we have. Okay, see it here. Let's remove it. You can just play with it and you know the ones that you can put to balance. So let me leave it as it is. Then next one is also the background. We have to put background to it. Background RGBA 252 163 17 9. So yeah, the same background, or let's say 6. Okay, so this is the background, or you just call the one that we have already. Then you display flares. Okay. Align item center. Padding 12 peso, 20 peso. So this is the padding. Then the border radius is 30 pesos. So it is, the border radius is too much. Let's make it 10 pesos. Then the gap between the item is 8 peso. So our CDX 8 peso. Then we will now animate it. How do we animate? We say at keyframes bounce 0. It will start with 0%. Then transform. The transform is translate y 0. I told you that if you want it to translate y mean from top to top, it will move vertically, not horizontally. Then y from 50%, it will transform. Then which is translate. Remember that this will be capital letter. Translates minus 12 pesos. So you have to go to that badge. You know, the stuff is called, the class is badge, which is what we have to go to this badge and mention this thing here. This thing you did here. You mention the name bounce. So let's minus 12. Then bounce. Sorry, you say animation. I say animation. You mention the name bounce. So look at it. Okay, I think there's a mistake. Bounce. Animation bounce 2 seconds. It bounced 2 seconds. Then we have to make it infinite, so that it won't stop. You can see that it is bouncing. Then I will also add another one in 100%. In 100%, it will transform. It will translate y 0. So look at this. You can see. So any number that you want to give it here, this one is minus 12. You can add 15. You can see. So that's it. That's how to achieve this one. When you remove minus, let's see what will happen. Okay, you can see. So depending on how you want it. Then for this thing, if you want it to go left, you will now set it. We have done left 300 pesos. Let me see. So let's say 600 pesos. 500 pesos. Let me use minus 100 pesos. Oh, it is nowhere to be found. Minus 30 pesos. Okay, this side. So let me leave it. Just text it and put it in the position that you want it to be. So this one is for our hero session. Now we want to make it responsive so that once it gets to mobile, it will be responsive. Now you say at media, the mass weight is 768 peso. Remember, not only 768 we have others, but this one is for mobile phone. We mentioned dot hero. You know, our hero has a 2 column, so we want it to have 1 column. We want the direction to be in a single column instead of in row. So now the flex direction is what? Column. So look at this. You can see that it is now in column form. So when you get to this side, it will change to 2 columns. So this means that our website is what? Responsive. So when you click on home, you can see, because of the hash we have, you can see that it is now in home. Look at it. When you click, we put the ID. Then for this image, that is the hero buttons, the button should be at the center. So what name do we use for the button? Okay, the hero buttons, we will put it inside here. Dot hero buttons. The justify content, we make it to be at the center. The hero buttons, the hero buttons PTN. No. The hero button is not. You're supposed to adjust at the middle. Align. Okay, I think. Okay, so let's move to another thing. Let's change hero image dot hero image day. Okay, I think we have to check our this thing. I think it is okay. Our hero image is okay. What will we adjust is our badge, because you can see this floating is not working here. So we now mention dot badge. You say top 10 pesos. So let me 10 pesos, 40 pesos. It is not okay. Then left. So it is okay. Then that's all. Then we will move to another one. Which is remember, you can adjust the border of your image. So let's go to dot image, hero image. Border redux is 10 pesos. Oh, okay, you can see that the border is now working. Now let's build our portfolio session. Then Lolo, on a yeli nunni. E da kwa gia. Dapat go there, oh. So, portfolio session. Here we have session. The class is what? Equal to, the class is portfolio, and the ID is equal to, you put this, ID is equal to portfolio. So, now, this ID we make, whenever we click this, it will take us to our portfolio. But what we have in our portfolio is a dot portfolio title, dot portfolio title, and the title which it says to is our portfolio. So it is our portfolio. Then the p tag there is explore some of our recent projects. Then after the div we have another div which is dot portfolio container. It will create div for us, and this one is a project one. Project 1. Then in project 1, we have dot portfolio. We have dot portfolio card, and inside it we have img. Then after the card we also have page 3, website design, and p tag modern business websites. So let's go and get image. Let's say, let me use this image. I'll put it inside my image, rename it. Now let's say p1. Then let me go to index and call this inside our image. We call it p1. So this is it. Remember, this image that we did in logo is affecting everything we are doing. I think we have to name it our logo. Let's go back. Let's give it a class logo. So let's go to style and change it. So let's say logo dot logo. So that we will be having it is okay. Then we have to duplicate it. This one is project 1. We will start from this portfolio title. Sorry, no, this project 1, this is where we will start. You copy, you paste. This one is project 2, you paste again. Project 3, you paste again. Project 4. You now copy image and then replace them. So I will look at it here. Then we will now style it. Let's go to style.csx. So we are styling portfolio. Then the first one is portfolio card dot portfolio card img. This is it, portfolio card, and inside it you have a img. So we have to adjust the image. We have to adjust it. So then the width is 100%. It's 100%. Then, before we proceed, to avoid confusion, we will do the portfolio card first. We do it. Then the background is over white. That's the background we want our portfolio to have. Then the border radius is what, 10 pixels, and any image that overflows is it will be hidden. So overflow is what, hidden. Any image that will overflow the position. Then box shadow is 0, 10 pixel, 20 pixels. So look at this. See what we have. This is the border radius, and this is the shadow we added, and you can see how it looks. It is looking good now. Then we will have hover on it, so that once we hover on it, it will over. So we say that portfolio we say over, we what are we going to do? We transform, then you translate. So you mention the transfer minus 10 pixels. So we say transition 3 seconds is, so okay, let's transform, translate. So look at this, it is working. When it's open, you can see how it translates. Then we will now move to portfolio. So we have a portfolio, the class portfolio. Let's style it because this portfolio controls everything that is there. We're supposed to do it first, but okay, we say dot portfolio. The padding is 80 pixels, 0. Then the background is what? Var -, light. So the background is light. Then dot portfolio title, which is this one, portfolio title. Then we will put dot because it is a class. Text align center. So this is the title, our portfolio. The text is now aligned at the center. Then margin button, so that there will be a gap at the bottom. You can see that this card is touching this margin button is 50 pixels, so there is no gap below. Then portfolio title h1, which is this one portfolio title, and inside it we have a h2. Sorry, we have h2, so we have to mention it and style it h2. Then font size, so look at this, font size is 40 pixel. Then the color is var primary, we say, so this is the color. Then the margin gap between our portfolio and Explore, which is the margin bottom, is 50 pixel. So this is the gap. You reduce it if you want. Let's say 20 pixel. Then the p tag dot portfolio p, that is Explore, we have a color var -3. So this is it. Then we will now solve portfolio container. So the portfolio container contains project 1, project 2, project 3, project 4. So we now copy the class, and we say dot portfolio container, the grid template, the template columns is repeat 3 1 fr. Let me save. So look at this. Okay, let's go back. Dot portfolio container 3 repeats grid template columns. Okay, so first of all we have to say display grid before we say grid template. Let's see. Okay, let me save. I think portfolio container. Let's go back. Portfolio container. I think there is a mistake somewhere. I noticed something. This one should be, this is the, supposed to be div. This is portfolio content. Okay. So, okay, let me clean these ones. So first of all, there is portfolio, then there is portfolio container, and inside it there is portfolio card. Okay, let me start it afresh. Okay, so after portfolio title, then there is portfolio container. There's portfolio container, and inside it inside the portfolio container we now have project one, then dot portfolio card. Portfolio card, inside it you have img. We put the image, then after the image, then there is a portfolio content. Page 3, we have a website design. Then we tag, we now have modern business website. Okay, so I have to duplicate. So it is now in okay, let me adjust margin. Okay. Oh. So let me do for card dot portfolio card overflow heading. So this is what we have. So the overflow hidden. Let me be doing it first. Then we now do portfolio image. But portfolio card, you mention the image, the weight, 100%. Object fits cover. So let me check this image. It's supposed to be a wall. There's a mistake somewhere. Inside the portfolio project 1, we copy from here and paste. So, okay, it is now good. I think I made a mistake when I was doing it. The mistake I made was that I copied both the container. You know, container covers all the project 1, 2, 3, 4 that is within, but I copied it. So it's supposed to be container. Then inside the container we now have different cards. So it is now okay. It is now okay. Then let's go back to our style. Then then in the image or the card, the background is a var -, white. Then border radius is a 10 pixels. Then box shadow, we want the card to have shadow. Box shadow is a 0, 10 pixels, 20 pixels. So this is the card. You can see our card now. It is working well. These things you're seeing is called card. Then the RGBA, the color, shadow color 000, and the opacity is what? So it is now okay. Then what do we have again? In that grid here, there's supposed to be gap. The gap is what? Is 30 pixels. The gap is 30 pixels, as you can see. If it is too much, you can put it in your own. So the card is appearing 2. If you want it to appear 3, you will come to this repeat 3, and it will appear 3. Look at this. So I think this one is okay. And then let's say the gap 20. So you can see, and it seems that our shadow is too much. We can reduce the shadow opacity. So it looks nice now. Then is there another thing? We have done overflow hidden. Let me remove this hidden. So this hidden is very important if there's any image that overflows. So I have to put it back. So then hover dot portfolio card hover dot portfolio card hover. I want it to be hovering. Transform. We have translate y -10 pixels. So you can see when you click on it, it hovered like this, translates like this, depending on number that you give it. So you will come to portfolio card. You will come to this place and add transition. How many seconds that you want it to transit? It says .3 seconds. That this .3 means 0.3 is. So let me see. You can see it is translating with ease. The transition is good. So you can apply anyone that you want. So it looks good. Then let's move on. We will now do at media query, because you can see that when we get to this side, it is appearing 3, which is not responsive. We say at media mass weight of 768 portfolio container, which is this one. You remember we did it 3, so I want it to be 1. You say grid template columns. You say 1FR. So media mass weight 768. portfolio container. Is there any mistake? Let me copy this to be sure. Okay, I did not put pizza. Let me. So it is working. I think I made a mistake in name. Portfolio. You can see that it is now one. When we get to this place, it is one. So when you move it, you can see. So if we inspect this Ctrl Shift I, you can see that our website is responsive. Then when you drag it, you will see that once it gets to this place, it's changed. That is called responsive. Then also at media query, at media mass width of 992 pixels. I told you that it is not only in mobile that you can do, you can as well do for tablet and the rest. So here the portfolio, the grid template columns, repeat through 1FR. So look at this. So let's test it. Let's inspect. Okay, 1F. Okay, this one is in 2. Then when you move down to 768, I think 767. Oh, we have to adjust it. Let's leave it. So let's leave it single. Then we are done for this. So when you click on home, it will take us to home. Look at this. When you click on home, it will take us to home. When you click on portfolio, it will take us to portfolio. Why? Because we added ID. Home, portfolio, it will take us to portfolio. Contact, we still do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why it is taking us is because we added IG here, portfolio, and we also mentioned it by adding this hash. So the next one is contact. How to create contact. How to create contact session. In contact session, we now have session, and the class is contact. The ID is equal to contact. We have mentioned it in our navigation. Then we have contact container. Inside the contact container, there is space to call the contact us, and we have a project in mind. We will help. Then after this, under this, after the p tag, there is form, and the form now, there is label for name. Then say name, input tab, if you want to enter icon, you can add it here. You can go to this place and add the icon, but I won't add it. If you want it to be your own, just go and add it. Well, let's style it. This one is for form. Dot contact, which is first thing we have, the first thing in our session class. So I want to style them. Dot contact padding is 80 pixel 0. So look at it. Then so next one is dot contact container. Dot contact container. So we say dot contact container. We want to style it. The width is 60%. The margin is up to. So say if you look at it, the container, you know, the contact covers everything. The contact container covers something, covers everything about the contact, both the form and the other things that is there. Both the form and the contact us and the b tag that is there. Now next one is dot contact h2. Then text align. We want to align this text align center. So you can see it is now at the center. Font size, you can see it. The color var primary. Then margin bottom is 10 pixels. Then the next one is the b tag, which is half a dot contact the text align also. So I want to put margin so that there will be gap between the form. Margin bottom. So there's no gap. Next is form. Form, you don't have to put dot because form is HTML elements. Then we now display flares, so you can see. Then flares direction column. So you can see now it is now in column. Everything is in column. Then we now style the label. The label, look at it. All this label, name, email, and others. We will style them. Label, font weight is bold. You can see them. Name, email, and message they are in both form. Margin is margin bottom is 8 pixels. 8 pixels. You can see the space. Then input, comma, and also text area. We are styling this input and this text area. So that's why we put comma to style multiple something. 100%. Then the width is 100%, as you can see. Then padding is 15 pixels. Then margin bottom 20 pixels. You can see the border 1 pixel solid. The color. So this is the border reduce. This is the border reduce. We now have 8 pixels. Font size 16 pixels. Outline none. Transition 3.3 seconds, please. So you can see. Then put again input. We will now call the input focus. We will see the output of the focus. Text also we will do for text area focus. Then border color is var primary. So this focus is when we start typing something, we observe that the color is now changed to this. If we enter, the color will change. That is called focus. Are you seeing it? Then if you also want to change the color you're typing, let's try it, color var secondary. Let me try it. So you can see that we will be having another color, but I don't want it. I want it black. Then still on the focus, the box shadow 0 0 10 pixel, RGBA 1672 121 1212. Remember you can box shadow. Remember you can add your own, so you can add any color of your choice. Then text area. We have a size. When we want to resize it vertical. So let me resize. You can see we only resize vertically. But if I remove the resize, I can resize it through this. Let me remove it so that we can resize it anyhow we want. Then next one is a. So this one is okay. It is okay now. Then what we have is to style the Sench. I think we are using the same BTN. Why we have the same color is because we use the same thing in all this. Remember, we have class called BTN. That's why we are having the same thing here. Do you understand? So if I want to make any changes, okay, everything is okay. If I want to make any changes, since I'm using BTN, which we have been styled before, we have styled it before somewhere. So I will say button. I will call the button first. I will say button. Then I will say .btn. Then I will adjust the width 200 pixels. Let's see how it goes. Is it working? Okay, so let me contact button width 400 pixels. Okay, it is working now. So I did not put .contact because .contact controls everything. This is the parent and the child is button, and it is taking the style of BTN. Okay, so 750 pixels, 170 pixels. 220 is okay. I'll check that. 235. So the border is none. So there's no border. Then cursor pointer. This is the cursor I have, but I want to change this to another style. Cursor pointer. So you can see hand here. Then I think everything is okay. We have to justify content center. Justify. Okay, there's a mistake. Content. It's not working. Items center. Okay, first of all, let me display plus. Okay, so this justify content is just affecting the button, so but it is at the center already, so there's no need. Okay, so it is at the center. Then align items. Let me test it. So we now have at media, mouse width of 992 pixels. What will happen? Dot container BB width of 80%. So that's it. So we are progressing. Then when you click on home, you can see when you click on portfolio, it moves to portfolio. When you click on contact, it moves to contact. Let's go back. When you click on reach out, it will take us to contact. We want to to write the footer section. How do we go about it? First of all, you write footer, and inside the footer there is footer container, which contains everything we are doing, and inside it there is footer column. We will have 3 columns here, so we call this footer column, and inside the footer column we have history. We call it landing, and also we have p tag there. The p tag, we say helping. So this is helping. Then another one we have, which is column 2. We can copy this, which is column 2. We call this quick links, and inside the quick links we have UL, and inside the UL we have LI and the links. So this will take us to home when we click on it. Then we also have the second one, which is portfolio. It will take us to portfolio when we click on it. Then the other one is a contact. It will take us to contact when we click on it. So this is it. And why we are having this is because we have mentioned this UL somewhere, so it is taking the design we have already. Then we have to give it class so that we will style it on our own, or we can leave it for now. Then the third one is the third column. We paste the third column is social icons. The third column is a contact, and inside the contact we have p tag, where we have email. You mention the email, if info at landing.com, that is your domain. Then p tag, you say the phone number, then +234 8144076563. So you can see it here. Then if you want to put icon on this instead of this, you have to go to front function and locate, search for phone. Remember, you have to log in. I told you that these things you are seeing, these ones are pro. So you copy this, then you go to your project. Instead of email, you replace it with this. It will have phone number. Instead of phone, you just write the account, you paste it, you will have it. Then for mail, you will go and locate, search for mail, then or envelope. Say envelope. So you see 3-1, you copy it, then you come to this place and then paste it. As you can see it here, that's how to do it. Then there is social icons, which is inside here. Inside here we have the 4 social icons. So inside that, if you remember, the div is inside the third one. So we have our social icons. We have href, and if you have Facebook or any social media, let me say linked, then if you have it, when you open it, when you sign up, you copy the link, then you come to this place, this href, and paste it. Then if you need an icon, you will still go to front option and type LinkedIn. If it is Facebook, you type Facebook, or you copy the one you want, then go back and paste it here. So you can see when you click on this, it will open. Then another thing you have to take note is here you have to target blank, meaning when you click on this, it will open in another page, as you can see. But if you did not put that target blank, it will open in the same page where you have here. Then you put as many as you want, and finally, after this div, we have another footer button. And this footer button, we have p tag, and there is symbol of copyright, which is and copy with it. It will give us this symbol. Then you write 2026. Then you say landing or write reserved. So this is what we have here. So we have to go to our style and start styling it. So we are styling a footer. Then first thing is footer, which is what we have here. So we will just call say footer because it is an element. Then what is the background? The background is var primary, and you can see what we have here. So this is the background. You see, this thing is using the exact thing we have. If you don't want it to be exact, you will give it class like this UL. It is using the common style we use for the header. So when you give it class, you just give it any color that you want. Then what's the background color? What's the color of the text? The color of the text will be var white. So this is it, and the margin is what? The margin is 0. Then let's move to footer container. Let's go to this place. The footer container, it is colors what we have here. Then you say dot footer container, and what we have, the width is what? 90%, and the mouse width, the maximum width is what? 200 pixels. Then margin is also, and padding is what? 60 pixels 0. Then as you can see here, it is looking nice. Then the display is what? This display is So look at this. It is now in flares position. This and this. Then justify content speaks between. Remember, you can use flares, you can use grid, you can use this. You can see that it is working perfectly well. You can use flares, you can use grid, you can use flares. I'm using flares, so it depends on what you want. Then which one we want to style the column. Each column we have 3 columns. So under 3 columns, the class there is footer column. So we said that footer column, the flares is 1. Why we say flares 1 is because we want all the columns to be equal. That's why we put it this way. Then we also have dot footer column. Inside it there is h3. That's this header we are seeing. Then the color is already there, is white, and the margin button is what? The margin button is h3. The margin button of h3 is what am I doing? The margin button is 20 pixels. So you can see there is space, there is gap. Then there is dot. Inside that column there is p tag, which is this p we have inside the column. Then here the color is already white. So let's say color var white. So let's repeat it here for repeating sake. Then the p tag, the margin button is 10 pixel. So look at this. Then let's write on. Then coming to quick links, that's all these links we have. We will now say mention dot footer column ul li and a. You know why it's like that? This column is the parent. Where is it? This column footer column is the parent. Why we will mention the ul first, mention the li before this one we want to style. That's what's written. So we display them. Display is what? Flares. So display is flares. Okay. Then the flares direction is a column. You see. So let's check it. Oh, it is not working. Flares dot footer call ul. Sorry, ul first. ul. So it is working now. So we style the ul before this. So we made it to be in column instead of in rows. That's why we did it. Then gap. The gap is 12. The gap between them is 12. And the list style is none. Then padding is what? 0. Padding is 0. Then dot. We now call this again. We call it. Then we mention the li. We want to style the link. We say text decoration. There's no text decoration, but we text decoration. We say none. There is no text decoration because we have already. It is using these ones we mentioned, but it's for you to understand what we are doing. Then you can apply color and other things. Then hover li. So when you hover on it, so it is already using our formal testing. But if you want to add it, you add it. You understand? You can add hover if you want. But like I told you, it is using. But let me put it hover. Sorry. Hover. You say color red, for instance. So when you hover, this one will be together hover. You can see, but we won't put it since it is using this one already. So our hover will be this. Or let me put it. Okay, there's no need since it is using it. But if you are doing separate something, maybe you are not using the same thing with the header, you can add it. Then social icon. This is social icons. It can be more than 2, depending on how you want it. Social icons. So I'll say. So it can be more than 2. Let's go through this. The social icons. This thing is it is called social icons. The class is social icons. Then you say dot social icons. Then the width is 40 pixels. Then the height is also 40 pixels. Then the display is what? Display is flares. Then sorry. So display is flares, as you can see. Align items is what? Center. Align items center. The background, there's no comma. Okay, the background is var secondary. So this is the background. Then the border radius is 5 pixels. It's 5 pixels or 50%. Okay, it's supposed to be in circle form, so it is 50%. Then the text decoration is what? Is none. Is none. So this is it, but this thing is supposed to be separate. Let's go to our index and see. Yeah. Okay. So social icons. Okay, there is a mistake. First of all, we made a mistake. So first of all, social icons, the display is first of all flares, then the gap between them is 15 pixels, and the margin top is 20 pixels. So that's our social. Then dot social icons here, that is the link. It is a link. So it is a link. We have styled the overall of this, and now we are starting this link. So we mention the social icons, then we mention the A, which is the link. So I have to remove. Okay, now we have gotten it. The width is this, display is flash. Okay, let's start it afresh. So the social icon, the width is 40 pixels, then the height is also 40 pixels, then display is a flash. Display is flash. You align background is a var secondary. So look at this is our background. Then the border reduce is what, 50%. So you can see it is 50%. Then align items center. So align item center. Justify content is what, center. So you can see it is now at the middle, and text decoration is now. If there is text decoration, we say text decoration. So then color is a var white. So as you can see, we have this. Then what we will also add is hover. We say hover. Then color. You can mention color red if you want. So as you can see, or you can mention picture button. Then we say that is this all right reserve. We want to style it. Then inside it, the margin, the border top is what, 1 pixel solid. That's why we have this line. But solid RGB A 2555 comma and 255 comma 255 and 0.2. Then text align is a center, and padding is a 20 pixel. It's 20 pixel. So you can see that the color is now faint. Then the B tag that is there, which is, you may now say, we call the dot this. Then you mention the B tag, you mention it, and you call it a margin. The margin is what, is 0. So that's it. So you can see it is looking nice. Our website is looking nice. Then we now say put our media query. This one is for tablet. You say at 768 at media. Mars weight is what, 768 pixel. Okay, I did not put slash 776 pixel. Then dot footer container. That is all this footer you are seeing, all these things you are seeing is inside footer container, which we have styled before. Okay, so look at it, footer container, and it is in space between. So we want to change this, that when it is in tablet, we say flares wrap is wrap. So flares wrap is what, is wrap. Then the gap is what, 40 pixel. The gap is 40 pixel. That's for tablet. Then also under it we have footer colon, and that footer colon, the flares will be what? The flares will be 140%. So as you can see, 140%. As you can see. Then coming to mobile, you have at media Mars. The Mars weight is what? Mars weight of 500 pixels. Then dot footer container. What will it be? Is what? The flares direction will be colon. Will be what? Colon. As you can see, flares direction colon. Is it working? No. So wait, let's footer container flares direction flares direction. It is not working. So let's expect Ctrl Shift I. No, 500. So it is not working. Let's check what is happening. Okay, the A is not here. Okay, it is working now. So if it is in mobile, it will be, you will see it this way. If it is. So let's go to inspect, Ctrl Shift I. So you can see in mobile it looks like it. In tablet it looks like this, as you can see. That's what we call something to be responsive. Okay, please, that's all. And so many things and so many ways we can apply what we have learned so far. Look for a project and practice with